So we are recording here. Okay. So today we're going to be using the models on Pivotal Weather for doing our risks here. So we do have an enhanced risk of severe weather. Tomorrow is the main threats we're going to be looking at here. This is the only thing we are going to be mainly looking at today. This will be a little bit of a shorter video. So we have an enhanced risk of severe weather today in this region. I know I have a few viewers in this region, so this is why I'm making this video here. Persons here need to be very well aware for severe weather. This is enhanced risk. It does include Madison, Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Rochester, Minnesota, Appleton, Wisconsin, Oshkosh, Wisconsin here. So this is a really big enhanced risk. I do think the main threats will most likely be in this region here, but they still do that have enhanced risk over here too in these areas. So there is a significant risk for tornadoes tomorrow. So persons here need to be very well aware and make sure you have a plan and if you get any warnings to make sure you get to your safe spot here, as there is a 10% significant threat. When there's that hatched little black area right here, that means there's a threat for strong, possibly long track tornadoes tomorrow. This is something that is not common here. This is a 10% risk, significant here. This is not good here, so you need to be very well aware if you are in these areas. The wind threat is also a 30% chance of wind. It's not significant, but there still is a 30% chance of wind, so persons here need to be weather aware for wind damage. 15% risk is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama, Mobile, Alabama, and the 30% is Madison, Wisconsin, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Rochester, Minnesota, Appleton, Wisconsin, and Oshkosh, Wisconsin. There also is a 15% risk down here, so persons here need to be weather aware tomorrow for just mostly a wind threat down there. And the hail threat is a 30% significant threat. This shows that, guys, there is a threat for some very, very big hail above 2 inches in diameter possible. We could see some baseball size hail with this. So some really large hail is going to be setting up here tomorrow from these supercells that will form. This is more of a supercell event. This will most likely be supercellular for most of the hours. And then it could be a little more linear once it gets to around this point here. Now we're going to take a look at the models. So, if we take a look at the models here, this does show that by around, okay, one second here. I accidentally went to soundings. By this point here, we do have some storms, supercells forming here. We do have one supercell up here and more supercells, your thunderstorms down here. So these could be tornadic and some winds and also some huge hail with these storms. So this is something you need to be very well aware for big hail, winds, and tornadoes here. Then this is just a big area. It's kind of a messy little area of storms here with many different supercells popping up in this region here. There could also be some embedded supercells in a line with this, as this model does show a little bit more of a line around this point here, but there could be some embedded supercells with this here. As you do see, there's some big time hail makers over there, down here, and down here, and these could be tornadic too. And this big region here, there could be some tornadic supercells with this. That is just some huge hail here. Also, these does seem to be more linear by this point, but there still could be some isolated, and the model does show that there could be some isolated supercells embedded within this line here. And then around this point, there is some isolated supercells here that could be producing tornadoes. So this is something you need to be very well aware for tomorrow here in this region. I haven't used Pivotal Weather for models in a while, so I'm just going to use that. Let's take a look at the dew points here. Let's see if we have any good dew points. We do have some pretty good dew points here. This is a little bit more moisture down in this region. But anywhere above 60 degrees is fine for severe weather. So even in this region, could get some severe weather here, as there still is a lot of moisture in these areas to support these severe storms here. Yeah, there's quite a bit of moisture, but I think a lot of the moisture is settled down in this region, but there still is quite a bit of it right up here. So this will be what's happening here. That's pretty good for storms with this here. Now we're going to take a look at the bulk shear levels. So we do have quite a bit of bulk shear here. We have quite a bit of bulk shear settling. And this is a lot of bulk shear, especially in this region, has a ton of bulk shear. This is up to 85 knots down, centered down into this, 86 right here. So this is a lot of bulk shear for the support hailers, big hailers with this. So something you need to be very well aware for if you are in these regions. And these stuff could be tornadic too with this. So it is a lot of shear here. A lot of wind shear for tornadoes and hail. Now let's take a look at the lapse rates. This also provides a lot of big hailers. There's not the highest lapse rates I've seen, but there still is some lapse rates in this little region right here. There is quite a bit of lapse rates, up to around 7 right here, and even up to 7.3 in this region, even up to almost 8 here. So there is some lapse rates. It's not a lot of it, but there is some of it by around this time too. Now let's take a look at the cape. Let's see if there's any surface-based cape here. See, they are showing that the cape is settled down in this region, but I do think there will be more cape in this area, as it will be able to eat the cape, and then like by around this time, it could eat this cape down here and then move in this region. And even though there's not a lot of cape in this region, I do think there will be a lot of big storms. So, yeah. Let's look at Supercell Composite here. It is thinking around this time, the models, that the more the Supercell Composite stays down this area. Still is a little bit of Supercell Composite over in this region right here. It's thinking the main composite is right down here for supercell formation, but I do think there still could be supercells in more of these regions up here and up here too. Look at the significant tornado parameters. We do have some significant tornado parameters here. There's not a lot of it, but there is a lot of it down in this region here. So I do think there could still be significant tornadoes in this region too, but models do think that this will change, and the models does think that this will be more down there in that region here. Look at the surface-based cape photographs here. It does have some pretty good photographs there, but I do think that it will be some tornadoes up there too. So that is the outlook here. I really hope you guys liked this video. Make sure to stay safe if you are in any regions. I know rain waves is under this. This is a pretty significant event here. It could be taking place here, so you need to be very well aware if you are in that enhanced risk region here. I hope you guys do like this video, and bye guys.